The Highlander has his own dress, the kilt, and his own drink, malt whisky, and his own ancient language, the Gaelic. Maybe you didn't know that the Highlander has his own game, too. There's a practice match going on there in the grounds of the Abbey, Fort Augustus.
Shinty has been played in Scotland since the 5th century, and not just in the Highlands, though you'll find it now, apart from Highland teams in Glasgow and Edinburgh, only in Argyll and Inverness and parts of Rossshire. It was an old game 15 centuries ago. In Ireland, where it came from, and where it survives vigorously in a slightly different and possibly more lethal form as hurley. The first record of the game is about 1750 BC. This is undoubtedly the father of hockey, and of ice hockey, the only game that is faster.
Would you consider it a rough game, Mr. Ross? You know, it said it's getting gentler, losing its old fire.
I don't think so. I mean, it's all right from the spectator's point of view, but if they played it, then they would know it wasn't losing its fire. It isn't rough. A lot depends on how you block. A lot depends on if it gets out of hand. It can become rough.
What do you mean by getting out of hand?
Well, if a referee's not able to control it.
The tempers fly sometimes at Shinty.
Tempers do fly sometimes.
Do they barrack you much?
Oh, they do barrack, yeah, and they barrack the referee.
Yeah.
But generally it ends all right.
Oh, yes.
One thing surprises me, I know this is only a practice game, of course, but you're not wearing shin guards.
No, well...
I'd have thought they were more needed than they are in football.
They are, really, but if you know how to block,
Everybody tells me about this, but why is there such a need to block? What's the other fellow aiming at, the ball or you?
Well, the ball may land at your feet.
Yeah?
And if you put your club like that, you block his swing. And some people ran in and turned their back. Well, they get in the back of the legs.
I see.
You've got nothing to block other than your body. Rather than your body.
Where do you get the usual injuries? In the legs, from the stick?
Well, you can get them in the legs, in the hands, on the head.
On the head?
Quite often for people to get stitched in the head. That's quite a common occurrence.
This is a blow from a stick in the head, is it?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. All pure accident, do you think?
There's some of them accident and there's some of them intentional.
Shinty's great modern days ended with last century, but in the Highland Shinty belt, it's still a game that draws fans from all over to see a match like this one. This is the final of the Scottish Shinty Cup, played at Fort William between Inverary, the Campbell capital in Argyll, and Little Cumali 3 miles from here, the winners. Once sides were unlimited. Today a team is 12 men, and they play on a pitch which must not be less than 170 yards by 70. The long, slender and whippy stick or caman can hit a long ball. That is light of leather over a core of cork and worsted. It may be stopped with the feet, but only the hail keeper, that is the goalkeeper, may hand it off. Once this game was organised mayhem. It's less uninhibited nowadays, but it's still not a game for the timid or the careless.
As an old expert, Mr. Robertson, who played in what were probably the greater Shinty days, what did you think of the final? Was it a good one?
This year's final?
Yeah.
Oh, very good final. 2 excellent teams, undoubtedly.
How would they have compared with you and your fellow players in the great Newtonmore team of your day?
Ah, well, there's lots of argument about that. It's hardly fair to compare the younger boys with what we thought we were. We thought we were excellent, and of course they think the same thing.
Don't wrap it up. You think they're as good now, eh?
Well, it's become... I wouldn't say they're as good.
Yeah.
Sorry
Why not?
To say it.
Why not?
Because I think we were fitter and the field were longer.
Rougher, maybe?
Well, there weren't so many rules, which suited us well. It's a he-man's game, and why not have it? And the men who play it are good men and strong men.
Now I see. You think it's gone all effeminate, do you?
Well, it's more effeminate.
Do you think then the game is getting gentler?
Well, I wouldn't say that. Whoever's impression it is, it was all that. It's never been all that rough. I don't know how you get the idea that it's been any gentler.
I've just been speaking to an old player who thinks it's going effeminate. What do you say to that?
I don't think it's going effeminate. I think it's maybe getting a wee bit better, more scientific nowadays. It's still pretty rough and tumble, but nobody seems to get injured very seriously nowadays at all.
What do you think of the idea that it would be a safer game if you limited the stick to shoulder high, as in hockey?
If they did that, they would have to shorten the field. You wouldn't be able to hit the ball so far, and I don't think it would. If they want to play hockey, they can play hockey. You want to play shinty.
Rules and referees have taken some of the old fire out of shinty. But it's still a hard, fast, watch-yourself sport. It isn't played nowadays on a clan basis, but for all that, I wouldn't mind seeing a match between, say, a team of Campbells and a team of McDonalds, though I'd rather not be the referee.